in Nigeria. And still talking football, let's now go straight to the continent. We, of course, Nigeria's only representative in the CAF Confederation Cup played out a game, on Sunday afternoon at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, and it was Rivers United who edged USM Alger, defending champions, 1-0 to 0. Augustine was the goal scorer. His wonderful strike also ensured that Rivers United have a first leg advantage over USM Alger. And Augustine, one man who, of course, who was able to do that one. But since that particular goal, it was, attempt and a series of, holding on back to ensure that they hold on to that particular lead. And somewhat in that particular game, we saw the rains come down a bit to ease the weather. Don't forget the Algerians had issues, of course, with citing several issues, the Ramadan fast, the weather and a lot of things. But Rivers United failed to add to their tally, and they'll be hoping to take that goal into the next leg right there in Algeria. And one man who was part of that game at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, who saw it all and also, saw what a lot of us did not see in the stadium, talking about the next of champions, is Fisayo Dairo, ACS chief football writer. He joins us this morning on the show to talk about, or this afternoon, to talk about what went down on Sunday in Uyo. Good afternoon to you, Fisayo Dairo. Good to join us, on the show this afternoon.
A very good afternoon to you, Favour. Thanks for having me.
All right, a narrow win for Rivers United over time against a North African side. Now, this kind of results, do you think that Rivers United would be able to go further or take a step further, or do you think the result will be upturned, when it comes to the return leg in Algeria?
Well, to be frank, I'd rather they win in a slim way, so they know that they have plenty to play for in the second leg. Nigerians are so much fixated in winning by 2, 3, 4 goals and make the second leg a formality. But at this stage of the competition, such does not happen. This is the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederation Cup. Yes, like you said, I was at the stadium. Rivers United missed a lot of scoring chances. Yes, teams do miss chances. But nobody wins first leg games by huge scoreline at this stage. Look at the 4 Confederation Cup quarterfinal games played yesterday. They were all slim wins, apart from one of the games that ended in a draw. Although the other 2 ended in away wins, but they were slim, 1-2. In the Champions League, 3 goalless draws. So at this stage, if you're going to be the defending champions, you cannot be aspiring to be the defending champions by 3 goals. They had the chances to do that, but they didn't. So if you have won 1-0 yesterday, good thing, Rivers United did not consider an away goal. So they need to show that they are good enough to play at this level by going to Algiers next Sunday and making sure they get a result.
All right, in making sure they get the result. Now, the game was taken to the time that will favor the home side, Rivers United. Also to add that USM Algiers were fasting, according to the coach. Some days' time, they play in the cold, most probably under floodlight. Aside the fact that they need to show character, they need to go there and win, what do you think should Rivers United needs to do extra to get that result? Now, over time, you remember when they played against, I think, Sierra Belouizdad, they went away and lost scandalously. Now, against the USM Alger side, what do you think they need to do extra to ensure that they come out on scratch and then go into the semi-finals of the competition?
I think the first thing is belief. That's what Nigerian clubs lack whenever they go to North Africa. They are 50% defeated in their mindset. So, but I saw the game yesterday. I can tell you it's one of their best performances this season. The way they struck the passes together, the way they try to open up their opponents. You can do that anywhere in the world. So they need to have that belief. Yes, they're going to be playing under floodlights. They're going to be playing in a colder situation. They're going to be playing, most importantly, in front of a capacity crowd with whistles, with jazz, with lasers shining in your faces. Yes. But have the belief that it is what we play on the pitch that can do it for us. So if they have that belief first, they can achieve. Because the team I saw yesterday, yes, they were fasting and all that, they're not superior to Rivers United. I've seen our teams, at least for the past 10 years, consistently at this level, and I know that it's their belief, it's the defeatist mentality that kills them whenever they go to North Africa. And secondly, the back 4, especially the centre-back pairing. Yesterday, they had Ekere Udom and Antonio Egbu. These 2 guys, at least one of them must not be at the second leg. They are tall centre backs, but they are not good on the feet. They cannot play the ball on the feet. You know, even there were moments where they make hasty clearances yesterday. They made a mistake leading to goal. When you are playing at home in front of a near empty stadium, what will you now do when you get to Algiers and you hear thousands of whistles being blown at you? I think one of them, to help Rivers United, must not be there. So it's there for them. Like I said, if they want to tell us that they are good enough to play at this level, they have to show it when they get to Algiers.
All right, they have to show it when they get to Algiers. And now, should Rivers United bow out of the competition at this stage? Will you rate them high, considering they have been here before?
Well, for me, I'm indifferent, all right, because they are losing to the defending champions if they do. So no shame in that. And we all know that the North Africans always have our numbers, especially because of what I've said, because of the defeatist mentality of our players, you know. So if they lose at this stage, what I wanted from them was a quarterfinal spot so that at least they can help our coefficient to some extent. And I think they have. So if, like I said earlier, if they lose to the defending champions, it is our level. That's the height at which you can reach at the moment. We don't have the players have the mindset, they have the grit to compete with the best in Africa. Look at on Saturday and Friday, we had 4 CAF Champions League games and 3 of them ended goalless. You know, teams not faced about their opponents. Do we see players like that? You mentioned a team that Rivers played last year in the Champions League, why Dutch Casablanca.
All right, I think the network issues right there for our guest, Fisayo Dairo, talking about Rivers United and what to expect from them when they play in the return leg in Algiers in some days' time. Don't forget, Rivers United had the first leg advantage, 1-0 in the finish right there at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, and they need to ensure that they do not concede, or rather add to their goals when they go away from home against a side that are the defending champions of the CAF Confederation Cup. So that means it's all to play for the pride of Rivers, and not just the pride of Rivers, the pride of Nigeria. Looking at the moment, having to hold on to the flag of the country. All right, we just confirmed that Fisayo is back. Fisayo, you were saying something about what you think of the team should they not get the ticket into the next round.
Yeah, apologies. I was saying that for me, the target for Rivers United has always been the quarterfinals because that's what can help our coefficient in the CAF ranking table a little. And I think they've gotten there. They are playing the defending champions. If they lose to the defending champions, I don't think there's a shame in that, considering that this is our level. I honestly think there's a level, there's the peak at which Nigerian football clubs can participate at the moment, because financially we're not there. Economically, we're not there. In terms of players' quality, we're no longer there. So if this is where they come back home, I think they've done well enough. So it only left to other teams that will compete in the subsequent seasons to see if they can recruit good players, if they can motivate players well enough, if they can help in terms of players' mentality, and hopefully we can go back to the level which we used to be. Remember, we've never reached the group stage of the CAF Champions League in like 6 years now, So it tells you something. We've not even reached the knockout stages. So this, I think, is our level at the moment. And if they drop down against the defending champions, alas, Ebenezer, this is where God has taken them to.
All right, a wonderful summation. And in this part of the world, we also have the popular saying, pray for the team. We need your prayers. So we hope that the prayers also will go a long way to help Rivers United and Nigeria into the next round. But thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate, and we hope to hear from you very soon, anytime soon.
The pleasure is mine.